welcome back to my channel. I am Shamali, and this is Felmenora, my Springcore island mixed with fairy tales, and we are finally done, so I can show you my island, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it as much as I am. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to put a thumbs up, but just like, let's jump into it. So this is me, Shamali, and then we have Olive, Maple, Twiggy, Goldie, Blanche, Fang, Beryl, Ruby, Sasha, and Tad. Those are my villagers, and oh my gosh, I did not even like check the map a bit more, but this is my map. By the way, I am gonna overlay, I did a drawing for my map for once. I'm super proud of myself, but this is a drawing of my map with like a little bit more of pathing if you enjoy it. And then I am just gonna simulate the journey of a dreamer that just woke up. Like, we arrive at the plaza, and I just added a little message on the board just in case if you want to recognize. You probably will know all the tales by now by hearing this video, but if you want to recognize all the tales, feel free to dream of this island. If you want to challenge your friends to discover all the fairy tales I've hidden, feel free to do so. I'm gonna also link in the corner and in the description the playlist with all the videos from Felmenora, so if you want to reproduce any builds, there is a lot of video. Some stuff are missing, but there is a lot of video. And so the first thing I hope the dreamer will do is go to the airport. This way they can go through all of the present, because I have a bunch. So let's cross the bridge. I already love so much my entrance, by the way, but let's cross the bridge and see. We have so many presents, so you can really feel free to choose the outfit you'd like. And by the way, I'm so proud that my airport is green, because it was not on purpose at all. This is my first island, if you didn't know, and it is matching for a Springcore island. And then we have, the first view we have is like a view of my sunken resident service, which is so cool. I love the way I did this. And by the way, look at how close my resident service is from the entrance, but the way I did it is like, just, it doesn't feel as close because the way I did it. Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I was so proud of this entrance. And then if you continue, the first thing you should see is my sunken neighborhood, but just let's not go directly to it and let's explore a bit. This is my build. You see a lot of giant vines, but this is actually my build from Jack and the Magical Beanstalk. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing or butchering the fairy tales name. I know them in French, sadly not in English, so I'm trying my best. But this is Jack and the Magical Beanstalk. I love like the clouds and everything. They are so cool. I was really, this was one of my first builds, but I was impressed by myself to have found like so many cute references. And I felt like maybe building around fairy tales was easier, because then I could enclose like a lot of references. And then we access my sunken neighborhood, and I hope you can recognize those are my Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It seems like Goldilocks, which is Goldie, is not home yet, but let me just show you one of the houses of the resident. So this is Maple's home, and look, it's just a bed. We have food. I try to always incorporate as many books as possible, just because to reference the fairy tales. And I try to, like for Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I try to incorporate the bear size. So Maple is like the little cute bear, which like everything is fitting, kind of. We have Beryl, where everything is kind of too stiff, but I just represent it by too cold. And then we have Olive, which is representing the medium bear, where everything is kind of too hot. I was not too sure anymore what was in what for the tales, so don't come after me. This is like a free interpretation of the tale, okay? But I try to incorporate as much as bear as possible and as food products, and then all the homes are the same, so I love that. And sadly Goldie isn't home, so I cannot show you her home, but the Goldie home is really like all Goldilocks and the Three Bears, like really, really into it. And then we have a more picnic area with like more books, more bears. So I hope, and like even the food. So I hope like the reference is super obvious. And then if you pass the arch, you arrive to my sunken rock garden and waterfall. I love this view. It took me like forever to build this, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And this is a combined tales. So there is the little goose keeper, and which is by the way not super famous, but one of my favorite tales ever. And then another one is the 12 swans, I think, if I remember correctly, because I placed 12 ducks, if I'm not mistaken. I remember that I counted the ducks are the swan then. And yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you like it, because I worked hard on this island. I really did a heavy job on this. And then if you continue to follow the path, we arrive at a crossing point. Let's go down just a minute to see the Abel sisters. This is the little Abel. We just have just that. I mean, just a little cute view of the Abel sister. I didn't really know how to decorate my Abel sister, but I think it's quite cute. And then we have an access to the beach. All my beaches are decorated, but there are some parts that are blocked because they're less decorated, so I'm not gonna show those. If you want to explore and force it, feel free, but I'm not showing those. And then here, it's not super original, so I don't have like speed builds for this, but feel free to get inspired of my beaches. But it's just like a little picnic situation. I do love the mix and match of the tables and chairs and everything. This is something I really, really enjoy. And then we have like some resting areas. And if you continue, there is more resting areas. Honestly, I don't know you, I am always uninspired by the beaches, so mines are a lot of resting area. I still try to incorporate some storefront to just like give the mood. This is a blocker, this is just a storefront pergola build, which I find like this association is just so beautiful. I love it so much. But yeah, I just wanted to block the access of the back of the beach, so this is what I did here. And yeah, I don't know, I hope you like my beaches. It's nothing splendid, but it's also like very minimalistic and natural, like the rest of my island, so I hope you like it. Then here, if we go back on the main path, we have a small transition area with like a small sunken waterfall and a picnic area. And here, if we continue, oh my gosh, I think I overrode the design. Oops. I did not see that, although I toured my island multiple times to make sure. Oopsie. But we arrive at an enchanted forest. I hope it's still like very lush and green and springy. I tried to with the colors of the flowers and incorporating a lot of bugs and like the little bunny. And then we arrive at the maze, and this is an Alice in Wonderland maze, and that is why I used also those cards designed on the ground. But I'm not gonna show you the answer to the maze. Oopsie, not destroying my maze. I just want to go out. But yeah, I'm not gonna show you the answer to the maze just because I would love to know if you did it, if you succeeded. You should have a ladder in your inventory from the gift I gave. So just in case, you can always avoid the maze, but just I would love to know if you did it and how long it took you and all of that, so let me know. And then here we have like, you know, painting the flowers, like the roses in red, I think was the sentence, but here it's more like the tulips in pink. And then we have Ruby's home, which is Alice in Wonderland. And it's one of my favorite interior design. It's really about the forest. Like, you know, in Alice in Wonderland, she's lost. This is the crazy forest. Like, everything is kind of weird and grown up and maybe a bit darkish. And like, when we have the Cheshire cat, oh my gosh, don't come after me about this pronunciation. I am super bad at this. And then, you know, there's a lot of panels that are like giving you opposite direction. I have felt like it was super confusing and really Alice in Wonderland kind of madness. So I hope you like it. And by the way, all my villagers' homes are decorated, so I really would like or would recommend you to check them so that you can enjoy like all the hard work I did on decorating. They're either Springcore, either linked to their fairy tale, so I did my best over there. And this is more of like the Mad Hatter situation picnic, and like the this big attraction with the teacup, like because they love to drink tea, and like their non-birthday party, so this is what it is all about. And also this is giant attraction that there is in Disneyland Paris. I've never been to any other Disney center park, so I don't know if it's everywhere like that, but Disneyland Paris, this is like an attraction there is for Alice in Wonderland, and I love it that I could incorporate this. And then if you go down, you arrive at my Springcore swamp. Let me just show you. If you follow the secret path, you arrive to the secret beach. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy over here, but I really loved like all the surrounding of this like little forest, like bamboo forest. And then the swamp, I love it. Honestly, this is one of the builds that took me also the most time. I started in a stream, and then I did it as a speed build because it took me so long to decorate, like all the little waterscaping, all the little islands, so many flowers. I mean, it took me forever to do. But it's so worth it, honestly. It challenged me, and I'm glad that I see like this result. So I hope you like it as well. This tale is the Princess and the Frog, by the way, if I forgot to mention. Hence all the frogs, Ted living there, and I tried to incorporate more of the wedding items to just feel like this. And if you enter Ted's home, it's like kind of a Dr. Facilier type of situation, so I hope you like it. Then we arrive at my museum, which I tried to do like very overgrown, like a lot of runes, like as if it was a rune castle maybe. So I don't know, trying to incorporate it as a Springcore build, and also a bit of fairy tale, just like it's a rune castle. And then, okay, hear me out, because this is a secret place. If you find it, ding ding, I don't know what you win, but you win something. Here you can arrive and find the Sleeping Beauty castle that is hidden, but see, it is super well hidden. So if you find it, well, kudos to you, because it's really well hidden. So that's like a secret playful place that I hid into my island. And otherwise it feels like it's just like a decorative area. So yeah, that's that. Then if you go there, it's more for a picture point of view, because I love the transition area that I did over here. It's again like some sunken waterfall and everything, but I felt like it was so green, so lush, so everything, that I don't know, it deserved like a little picture points. So I did not mark all these picture points, but feel free to find them. If you take picture of the island, feel free to tag me. And then we arrive at this build. So this is not a fairy tale, this is a real build I saw. It's a tulip field I saw from the Netherlands, and I decided to have Blanche homes over there and decorate it as kind of it was in the picture of the build. And I was like really fond of how it looked like, even though it took me forever to figure out. But in the end, I'm glad. And next to it is my home. I love that it's in the same colors, so I did not have to redecorate. I included like the ducks, which are goose in this case. And here we have just a small picnic area, which is Rumpelstiltskin. You were supposed to find that back in the video. If you did, congratulations. Amazing. I'm so proud of you. But yeah, it was Rumpelstiltskin. And then inside of my home, oh my gosh. This, okay, I have 3 rooms. I hope you will recognize, but this is Hansel and Gretel, like so many candies everywhere. The oven, you know, it's a bit creepy. I tried to represent this with the oven. We have the cage. Oh my gosh, we have the cage. I really went crazy over here. It's probably because we are arriving near Halloween or something, but this was actually suggested by one of you, the Hansel and Gretel. So I will post a comment on the screen, and thank you so much, because that was my main inspiration for this main home. Then I blocked all the other rooms except downstairs and upstairs. For the downstairs, sadly, the way the room is built, you have to turn a bit to really enjoy fully the tale, but I hope you see it. This is the Beauty and the Beast, like kind of a ballroom, but we have also the libraries and everything, and I hope it's all recognizable. I did like a sample test on my besties, and they all found it like this in a snap, so hopefully it is realistic, or at least like obvious. And then this one is kind of a duplicate, but in another area, like kind of way, but this is the Sleeping Beauty. So we have the castle, we have kind of the forest. The castle is overgrown by a vine. We have like the spinning wheel that is dangerous, the bed. So I hope it's all like kind of obvious, and all the rooms in my home, doesn't make any sense. Okay, so if we go out, we have finished like kind of the first part of my island. We go back to the resident service. You can like admire a bit more like the sunkening and everything, but that's kind of it. And then you can go back on your track, but instead of going to the airport, you can either follow the secret path or either follow the official path. It doesn't matter. There's just like here a small beach that you can access. This build is actually inspired by something that I saw on Fleurs. So yeah, I love that her beach, and I really wanted to do something similar, so I was really inspired by her build. So oops. Thank you for the inspiration. And we arrive here, like we go up and we arrive at the Little Red Riding Hood. Oh my gosh, I said it. And the inside is actually not the Little Red Riding Hood. I incorporate another tale for this one, which is more like the Big Bad Wolf and the Three Pigs or something like that. I actually forgot to Google the name. And then we arrive at the campsite, and honestly I felt like the campsite is way cuter without a villager, which is kind of the first time, because then you can appreciate like all the knickknacks in the back and like these crazy vibes. But we arrive at the campsite and the other beach. So here we just have like more resting area, a little reading area, and like some bears. I just still tried. And then I decorated a tiny little bit just so that Captain wouldn't feel too alone and too forgotten. And then we have a rabbit farm on the beach. Don't ask me why. I was really clearly running out of inspiration over here. I was really going crazy, and I just like, I don't know, I just felt like a rabbit beach. Let's go back to the main path, and then if you continue, we arrive to Twiggy's home, which is the Emperor and the Nightingale, I think, about like that golden nightingale. And we have like a small picnic situation. I incorporated, oh my gosh, the pond is a heart shape, by the way. I was like really tired. This is what I started to build at the end of my 12-hour stream. And then I incorporated a lot of bird cages and a lot of gold item so that it would like make it obvious, and like kind of the Japanese yeah, I think it happens in Japan, so the Japanese type of home. So I tried my best. Oh my gosh, and Twiggy's here exercising, so hiding the spot a bit. But yeah, I tried to do like a small hanging out area over here, like nothing too fancy, just like hanging out. The cake is on the floor, the candles is on the table, because it just makes sense, okay? And then here we just have like the beach. It's nothing too fancy. I'll show you after. If you go back to the main path, we arrive at my nooks crannies, and I think this is also one of my favorite builds. Look, I have 3 favorite builds on this island: the swamp, the sunken rock garden, and this nooks cranny. It's probably just because of this. I mean, this magical pond is just like top notch. But it's also a build that took me forever, and I find it super magical, super enchanted, and I don't know, I liked it. I liked also the fact that I used pear box for potato box, and it still works. I still feel like potatoes and pears are similar somehow. And then we arrive to one of the last build of this island. So there is this bunch of flowers everywhere. I really went crazy with the flowers over here. And we arrive to Sasha's home, and Sasha, what is it? It is the turtle and the haze and the hare. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Well, and the rabbit. This tale about like you should not be the furthest, but just like leave on time. Something like that. Like not the fastest, but leave on time. Here's more flowers, more nature, so nothing too fancy, but just like I love the overgrown feeling. And yeah, I tried to incorporate like kind of this race situation with like the turtles, the rabbits, and here like a little volley court, because why not? Like it's really sportsy and everything. And I added so many more flowers, and I kind of liked over purpose over here, so I added more kid stands. I don't know why the entrance is facing a tree, by the way. Don't ask. Okay, I was tired, I just wanted to finish. And this is a beach, so it's just like a small zigzagging path with some beachy elements and overgrown elements, but that's just it. And you arrive here, and there's absolutely nothing over there. Absolutely nothing. Even my trees didn't grow, but I felt like it was still cute to have like the little saplings, so I kept them. So there's absolutely nothing over there. But yeah, so that's it for my island. I hope you liked it. I hope you had a good time. Feel free to subscribe if you liked my island tour and these vibes, because I am starting a new island. I have 30 days to be ready for Halloween. So yeah, subscribe and click the little bell button if you don't want to miss any of my new builds and videos and stream, because we're gonna do something I hope amazing. I hope you liked it. I really have like tons of incredible ideas. If you had a good time on this tour, please feel free to put a thumbs up to the video. And by the way, I am gonna start back all the island tours that I kind of put on breaks whenever I'm close to finish an island. So I'm gonna start island tours again. So yeah, feel free to stay with me and submit your islands. I will put the form in a comment so you can click and like go and submit your island. Anyway, that's it for me. This video is already long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you Hong Kong for my little lucky geese who are supporting the channel, and see you in another video or in a stream. Bye.